guys, welcome back to this counts as episode 5, I think, if we don't include the other stuff that's been missed out. But anyway, episode 5 of our podcast. Surprised we're actually going as far as we are, but here we are.
That's actually facts. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Bro, I was thinking about that today. And I was we were supposed to stop at episode 2. I swear down.
Yeah, 2-episode pod and stop. Nah. We're doing bits this time round. Yeah, we're actually going at it. We're getting there. I'm just having to move something around. One sec. Just realized I had the wrong cable plugged in for something.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, I know. Now my laptop's charging. There we go. Okay, never mind. I think we probably don't need to speak as much. We can probably go straight into things anyway, since we did one last week, which was more like an update from our hiatus. But yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about this week? Because I know I basically took over the entire episode last week. So,
I mean, it's chill because like what you talked about was absolutely amazing. Because I'm always near the end. I'm telling you, I'm almost near the end.
Oh, you actually?
Yeah, bro. And it's been so intriguing. It's been. I've been like,
bro, what did I tell you?
Bro, it's absolutely brutal.
Bro, I told you.
It's crazy.
Go on, tell me where you're at so I can relive through this. Oh, for those who don't know, he's talking about the Glory, which I told him to get onto last week. If you guys didn't watch last week's episode to see how hyped I was, or even the reel I made on Insta, bro, you guys don't know what you're missing out on, because this show is amazing. It's so good.
It's crazy.
It's so good. But anyway, go ahead.
So, okay, seeing as this is the first K-drama that I've ever watched in my entire life, you know, bro, like, so it's pretty new to me. The concept of like this kind of like dramatic, like, you know, love story and whatnot, you know, because there is a little bit of a love story in this one as well.
Yeah.
You know, bro, it's absolutely insane. I didn't know I was going to be like that into it. Like I thought I was going to watch it and then I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, it's all right, you know, but nah, it's absolutely
locked in,
crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm on episode maybe like 15 or 16. So like,
so you're right at the end. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been great. Well, I mean, the story is brutal. So it's not that great.
It is. It is
like,
crazy.
The concept. And I think you said that it was based on a true story, right?
Mm-hmm. It was based on a true story.
The fact that it's based on a true story, that's absolutely insane.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's wild.
Because if it's that bad in South Korea, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot of bullying cases get really out of hand over there because there's just like so much of it's a disposition problem, because it's really, because I mean they really kind of showcase it in the show, but it's more like a rich versus poor type of thing, which is it's like a very classist based bullying, and then, it's very sad that that's the case. I mean, I thought that, you know, but at the same time, I think it kind of gives me some kind of consideration of how much more lucky we are that we don't have to deal with that kind of like poverty war or classist war, which is, you know, that's one of the main things I kind of took away from that. I was just like, bro, it just shows that things could always be worse, man.
Yeah, true. The other day I was with some bros, and, you know, like one of them was like saying, you know, like, we were eating a burger, and he was saying, like, imagine, we're so lucky we get to eat this burger. Some people, like they literally, like, they couldn't even dream about having burgers, you know. They dream about having some bread, you know.
Facts, yeah. And we're here complaining like, that we didn't get enough salt.
Facts, yeah. So, yeah, that's a crazy point. But anyway, yeah, so this show, like, yeah, the complex between, you know, being a upper class and the lower class, you know, like here is like clearly shown the differences and everything. And like, but my question is, how did she as a lower class citizen get into a private school in South Korea?
As in, how did she get to teach in a private school?
No, not teach. She studied in a private school.
At which point? You mean the main character, Moon?
Yeah, Moon. Yeah, they all studied in the same class, but that class
the school they were in initially. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So my question is
I imagine she must have gotten in on some scholarship. I think,
but she was a child.
No, but sorry, not a scholarship. I think what might have happened is maybe because I think maybe with that, well, I'm imagining because that was like an earlier time, maybe it wasn't so like private school heavy, or it could have been that they just all were in the same school because of where they lived, like in terms of just by location. That's probably what it was, I think. But yeah, they just sent the rest of the kids there as well. I imagine that would be why, but yeah.
You know what the thing that got me the most was? It wasn't her getting burned or anything, like, or any of this abuse, like bullying abuse, It was the guy who was beating his wife. That was the thing that was like, for me.
Oh my
like,
days! I told you Mrs. Kang was gonna make your heart explode, bro. I told you.
Bro, she's such a sweet character. Like, she honestly,
she really is.
She is such an amazing character. But then, that just it hurt.
Bro.
It hurt.
Let me quickly explain for them. Okay, so basically, I mentioned about how Moon's the main character. She's the girl who grows up and is plotting the revenge and everything, but she kind of needs someone to help her. So by accident, she basically ends up stumbling across this older woman. Her name's Mrs. Kang in the show. She's got a daughter and has a very abusive husband. So the condition she gives to Moon, that she won't snitch about what she's doing, is that she wants Moon to kill her husband. And basically, they then are kind of working together first with Moon's mission. And then, okay, wait. I don't know how much I can say because I don't know where you're at. What's the last thing that's kind of happened for you that you've been watching?
So Miss Kang just got told by Moon that that's the last mission that she's going to do. Mm-hmm. She's going to do one last thing for her. And so one of the girls got stabbed in the neck.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Mina. Nah. That was crazy.
Yeah. That's okay. So that's the only like issue that I had. But this is a personal issue. This is not like anything that's wrong with the show. It's just that the fact I can't remember all the names or anything. Like for me, it's like
I know. It's
quite
hard.
Confusing.
It's hard. Yeah, it's difficult. What I had to do whilst I was watching it was I had like the cast list like on my phone, so that every time like they were mentioning characters' names, I just had a face that I could put to each name. Because that was really difficult for me as well. Which is why like when I was explaining it last week, I didn't mention any names because I was like, it's just gonna get confusing. I'll just refer to them as like this person, that person, or I was thinking initially to give them like different names, which I could do if we were gonna like explain parts of it, or talk about bits of it. I'm trying to think like which parts of it like were really like crazy to me. Wait, you said so you've got to. So that was the last. Sorry, go ahead.
One of the main characters beat the other guy with a bottle.
Right. So have you seen like the whole thing of like what actually happened behind all of that, or does that happen in the last episode? I'm not sure.
Like what do you mean? The fact that like the guy found out that it was the main bully who killed the girl back in 2004, and then so the main bully just like literally beat the crap out of that guy with a really expensive bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know how you said, okay, this is like really like, for me, this is amazing. This point right here that I'm going to say is absolutely incredible. Mm-hmm. You know how last week you said that the characters, they fit their, like, not the characters, but the actors, they fit their parts so well. And then like you were absolutely correct. Like
bro, it's nuts.
If I look at the main bully and she does her like signature kind of face, you
The
know,
smirk,
like
the half smile.
You can sense the evil like that she's thinking, bro. It's insane. I was looking at that and I was like low-key just like, intimidated and getting scared. I was like, yo.
the casting direction of this show was nuts. Honestly, I can't think of another show that I've watched and felt like the casting was so perfect for each character. Like honestly, every character translates so well to like who they are. Oh, speaking of which, though, I wanted to ask you when you'd started to watch it more, who's your favorite character? Don't necessarily go by name, but just go by like who's like which one.
The main bully's husband.
Oh yeah. Richard. Yes, his name's not Richard, but I call. Do you know why I call him Richard? Because of how much money he's got. Because it's just you know, rich. Yeah. I can't remember his actual name in the show. Let me fact check it real quick. What's his real name?
Yeah. Anyways, the reason why I think he's my favorite is because like he seems always so collected and like I think he out of them all he's doing the most sensible and the most like mature thing. You know,
Sorry, go ahead.
Trying to just you know like kind of. Like rest the situation, you know, just like calm down the situation and then just move on from it. You know,
he's a CEO, like, bro. He has to have that level-headedness.
True. But the fact that you know, like he doesn't side with his wife like instantly. You know, like many husbands, as they should side with their wife like instantly in front of anybody. Like this is like what I personally think. You know, but he knows the truth, like he finds out the truth, you know, and he doesn't side with his wife. He kind of does. He says, I'm not going to leave her, you know. Yeah,
but it's more for the sake of the daughter, in it. It's not really for the wife's sake.
He does that kind of like sensible thing, you know. But then he also says, I want Moon to be happy.
Exactly, you know? Yeah.
And then towards the end, when he finds out that she actually, the bully actually murdered people, you know, he then says, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave this woman," as he should, you know, like, rightly so.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, to be honest, like he is probably my favorite character. The most sensible.
Yeah, because I see what you mean. He's so like calm and collected, and for someone who's like not directly involved in all the beef and all the trauma, it's like he seems to be the one that's the least like He's the most level-headed and calm. Like he's the most realistic kind of person out of the lot, which is quite a nice touch. I'm trying to think who my favorite character was in the whole show, to be honest. I can tell you which scene my favorite is though. When the mum burns the apartment.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro, because do you know what it is? It's it was so satisfying when she gets turned over to the mental institute.
Yeah.
Bro, I felt so happy. I was just
so relieved.
Finally. Yeah, bro. Facts. I was so happy. All right, let me just explain quickly. So what happens is the main reason why there's a lot of problems like with Moon's life is because the mum did nothing. So it's kind of like shown like through.
It's actually no. She did do something. It's not the fact that she didn't do anything. She literally like got paid money to leave the daughter. Like literally just escape and just like leave town
just to do nothing. Yeah, it's crazy. So that happens, but then the mum basically then is transparent for the majority of like this 20-year span, but then she comes back because the main bully's mum basically is like, oh, let's get her back involved with things. Oh, no, sorry. The main bully is the one who's just like, oh, nah, get her to go to the private school. Because I found this out that apparently in Korea, this is actually something that someone can get fired for. Like if you have like these constant interferences with like someone who's like delinquent's not the right word, but someone who's like a not an upstanding citizen, if they come and like create a bad impression for you, that can then affect your ability to keep the job. So she did that as a way to get Moon fired. And yeah, so pretty much that meant that Moon then had to leave the job, which was really sad. And then she's got this bit where she goes back to the apartment that she's living in, and the mum's in there and like has bought all these clothes with this money that she's been bribed with to basically get the daughter fired. And then, because the bit to me is just how emotional it is. Oh, for flip's sake, I hate this thing, bro. The thumbs up just happened on the screen again for those who didn't. I'll probably show it again, but it's just annoying because that's one more thing I have to edit.
That's for the show, bro. The thumbs up for the show, bro.
Yeah. Thumbs up for the glory, yeah. But nah, so the bit is I've lost my train of thought now because that fifth been thumbs up. Okay, so because she's cutting through all the clothes that the mum's bought, right? And the boyfriend that she had just dipped out the apartment. Bro just left. Just ran off. And then she's then just screaming at her mum. They're like having this shouting match, just like, oh, you'd be nothing without me, da 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 da. And Moon just turns around, like starts cutting up the clothes. And then what does she? Well, she has something in her hand, doesn't she? And then she like flings it across, and then like Moon just gets this scar across her face, and then she just starts bleeding. But she's like she's just numb to it because it's just like, you're causing harm to me the same way I was being caused harm to like all those years ago. You clearly don't care about me. She just turns around like still faced again. She's still just cutting through the clothes, and Mum's just trying to beat her up from behind. Then eventually, the mum just starts losing her mind, and she's just like, you know what? You wanted so much to die when you were younger, then we'll die together. I'm your mother, so let's die together. So she basically kicks over the thing, this grill that she's got, that she was cooking bacon on. And basically it sets fire to the entire wall, and the whole apartment starts burning. And then Moon just kind of turns around, and like her face kind of like, not necessarily cheers up, but she just starts smiling, and she's just like, thank you, Mum, for never changing. I was relying on that the most. I'm just like, what do you mean she's planned everything, bro? This is crazy. My days, this show is so good. But so then she ends up getting turned over to the mental hospital because she's the only family that the mum has. So it's her who has a say on whether or not she stays in there or not. And then she's kind of like hugging her. She's about to leave. It's just like, you know what, Mum? I'm the only one who has any say on whether or not you go in here. I'll only visit every once in a while. And the mum's just like going off screaming. You can see the relief in her face that she no longer has to deal with her mum. It's just like, oh my days, finally.
we have the same, as viewers, we have the same type of relief, bro.
Yeah,
when we
bro,
see that.
100%. Because obviously it's like, you have so much resentment towards the main bully, but you're also like, but no, that's your own flesh and blood, man. Like, come on. Like, when that kind of thing happens, of course you're vexed that, you're happy that she's finally getting locked up. It's just like, yes. Oh, yeah, bro. Those
true.
Yeah, the show's good. My favorite character though is probably the doctor, who's her love interest.
I knew, like, okay, that's my second favorite character, and I had a feeling you were gonna say that, but I want to hear why. So
I like his demeanor. I like how goofy he is.
Okay.
I like the fact that he's meant to be such a serious character as like a doctor and as a plastic surgeon. Oh, do you know what scene it is that gets it for me? It's when he's it's when the main bully is getting the facelift. She's getting the Botox put in. And then when she's under the anesthesia, and he's just like, what happened to the guy? And then she just says his name, and then she's just like, what? And then as she starts to I need to explain the whole thing. Okay, this is like one of the main spoilers for the entire show. So if you've not clicked off already, click off now. But basically, I know I said in the last episode was kind of like a brief summary, but there's 5 main bullies. They're all grown up now, yeah? One of the guys, because there's 2 guys in this group of 5, yeah? Oh,
yeah, you're right. Yeah. So for some reason, I I thought of it as 4 main bullies, but you're right.
No, there's 5 of them, including the main one.
One of them got killed off like quite early. So
well, this is what I'm gonna say. So one of the guys, he's So if you've seen the show, it's not the one who's playing the basketball. It's the other guy who's like pinning Moon down like from the start. And the guy who's like strangling her against the wall is just like, you didn't pass out after 8 seconds, do it again.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so mad. But basically, Moon basically meets up with him first because he's the most like kind of like he's the one who's most likely to just get into it because he's just blinded by money. He will do anything he can do for money. So he basically ends up going to the main bully with some information that is like very secret. And the main bully ends up killing him, basically. So that's what happens really early on. And Moon knows for a fact that that's how he was killed. I don't actually know exactly why she does know, or I guess because she gave him the information in the first place, and she knew he was going to go to her and kind of have a way to frame her for the murder. I guess that's why. But
I mean, she never really says that she knew that he was killed. She said that she.
That's true. When she was talking to Mrs. Kang, yeah.
Yeah. She said that he went missing or he's dead. You know,
there's a reason for that, but you'll find out when you watch the last episode why that is.
All right.
So effectively, she then has this means to frame the main bully, which then goes on for the rest of the show. But Mina is kind of like she's I was gonna say line skipping. That's not what she's doing. She's like. She's being a little Judas, basically. So the group obviously has their own ties, but Moon basically is manipulating her to do stuff that she needs for her plan. So the main 2 things that she does is reporting the guy's death to the police and reporting him, or not his death, but him being missing. So an investigation starts for that reason. And then secondly, now she's been manipulating what's it called? There's a second thing. Oh, yes, because the recording that the guy tried to make, she's the only one who has access to it because it's on an iPad and she's got it. So what then ends up happening is I'm just trying to think about it now because of how long the show is. There's like so many things that I think I should explain for it to make sense, but I'm not going to because I want you guys to watch the show. I'm not going to talk entirely about it. But
well, I mean, I think we've already kind of spoiled a lot.
No. But I feel as if like it doesn't really matter because we spoiled a lot, but there's still like so much that actually happens in the show anyway.
This is true. To be fair, like listening to you last week, I thought you spoiled quite a lot, but then like
exactly. But there was so much more that happened, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I left it on a cliffhanger and everything. There was so much that happened in that show. So eventually this doctor guy who Moon meets in the hospital, they kind of team up and then they start to have, he has feelings for her first. And it's so funny. Do you remember the bit when he gets a text back finally? And he dashes his phone. Yeah. Because he was waiting like 2 years for a text. It's so sad. But bro, finally gets a text message and just lobs his throat across the room. It's just like, I don't know what to say back. And he's just like, don't read that message, it's mine. But it's like, it's the conflict in his head. That's like, because he's such a real character as well. Because it's like the 2 characters that are kind of like detached from, or not just the 2, like the various different characters that are detached from the bullying. They have the more like realistic responses, even though their lives might not be particularly realistic. Because you've got someone who's a CEO of a construction company. You've got a housewife who's being very violently abused by her husband. You've got of course, the doctor from the school. You've got one of the girls who Moon worked with in the factory. You've got the doctor. You've got the doctor's mum. There's lots of different characters that you've got that are detached from the bullying, but they their own experiences and lives are explored as well, which is really nice. But yeah, so the Doctor then is working with Moon. Moon has manipulated one of the other bullies to basically lure the main bully into the Doctor's what would you call it? Like his surgery, right? So that the main bully gets some fillers done. And basically, while she's going under the anesthesia, the Doctor basically brings up the name of the guy who died earlier, who's one of the 5 bullies. And then she, while she's under the anesthetic, starts to basically relive the whole story. And he just pretends like nothing happened. But it's just sat in the chair when she wakes up. It's just like, oh, the anesthesia will wear off over some time and there's some side effects. But then there's a creepy bit though, when because she is now really paranoid because she doesn't know what if she said anything. And that's kind of like the thing that frames her for her guilt. And then she's in the parking lot and then she sees not the bully, but what's her name? But the girl who died, the first person she bullied. She sees like her, like kind of like if she was what the girl from The Grudge looks like. And she sees that for a split second. And the Doctor comes to the door again, knocks, and it's just like, hello, how are you feeling after the thing? Da, 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 da. And she's just like, did I say anything, by the way, that was kind of suspicious? And she just mentions, he just mentions, oh, you just kept saying this name over and over again. Did you get to the bit with the morgue?
Which one? There's
quite a few scenes with the morgue. But when the main bully goes back there because she's dropped her charm that was on her bag.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens again where because this guy's loaded because both of his parents worked at this big hospital in Korea, right? And they own it. Not just work at it, they own the hospital. So then he's making money from this surgery as well. So he buys this morgue for reasons I'm not going to explain. Watch the show to find out. And he just comes through and he's just like, oh hi, funny to see you here. You're trespassing though. So like, what are you doing? And it's just like, oh, I'm trespassing, am I? It's just like, I thought this was an abandoned building. It's like, I own it now. So, and then, and I like it because he's not like cringe. He's just like, he's I wouldn't say level-headed, but he's very, He's yes, that's right. He's smart. That's what it is. And he's got like a suave mood to him, kind of thing. Yeah. So he and then he plays a trick on her afterwards because the gate to get into this abandoned building is like got a lock around it. And it's just like, well, you can't even leave. Like, you tell me what's going on. Like, why are you here? And it's just like, yeah, I've locked it up. So like, you can't leave. Like there's a chain around the gate. Like you can't get out. Tell me, why were you here? It's just like, I already have what I need anyway. Hands her back the charm. And it's just like, oh, by the way, it's not actually locked. I just put the chain just on so it looked like it locked. You could have left whenever you liked, but oh well. And then do you remember on the other part where he does something similar is when the guy who was playing basketball now is really rich, yeah? Yeah. The guy who's colorblind, who's the actual. Actually, no, that's too big of a spoiler. I'm not saying that one. But when he pulls up to Moon's apartment, and the guy just swims in, and he's just like, "Oh, I just got this car. Sorry, I didn't want to hit you." Tries to reverse so Moon can get away. Oh my days! Oh, it was so funny.
It's good.
Oh my gosh!
Although,
I love that show.
some of the scenes with the Doctor though, at some point I thought that he might be also a psycho.
Yes. Like, I know what you mean. Which bit was it? When he's talking to who is he talking to? There was someone specifically. It was when he was at the table playing Go with the CEO. And he was talking about wanting to inflict pain on someone. Yeah, bro.
And also like his range of knives that he just had in his table drawer, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then the way he just starts like waving it around, like as if like he's gonna. Bro, I was like, yo.
Yeah, at first I was like,
this guy's crazy.
Did he kill in his apartment? What's happened? I was like, where did this guy come from? But then when you find out the reason why he's like kind of been driven to that point, it's like, okay, I do kind of understand why he's a bit off his head a little bit. It does make sense. But again, I'm not gonna.
But it makes sense though. It makes sense why he can actually work with Moon though, because like
exactly, because he gets it.
Yeah, he understands. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bro, show's so good, man. I'm so glad you actually have been watching it. I wasn't sure if you were just gonna stop it, because I think when we last talked, you had only I think finished episode 3. So I wasn't sure if you were going to continue or not, or if you had not watched the rest of the show. But to hear that you've gotten all the way to episode 15, that makes me really happy. I'm glad, because I'm glad that in the space of a week you've experienced the same thing as me. Just like, I just need to watch this show. And the thing is, each episode is almost an hour long, so it's like
they are. They're not short. They're not short.
No, when I first started watching, I was just like, it's just going to be 24 minutes each episode. I can just binge through it like in a couple days. When I saw it was an hour for each episode, I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to really get in this show. Bro, the second I started watching, I was like, this is getting finished in 4 days. I can't lie to you.
No, definitely, bro. It's been really good.
Bro, but final episode was very good. But
I can't wait. I have a feeling that I might finish the final episode today, but we'll see.
Oh, we'll see. Okay.
No, because it's that interesting that like I've been watching it in between like of me gaming or something. Like
facts. Yeah. And you know that's commitment, because you're having to. It's not just having to watch; you're also having to read. So it's like that. That to me is very like telling. Like if I really like a show that's in another language, I will know it's different because I'm actively having to pay attention and watch. You can't do 2 things at once when you're watching something that's in another show, in another language.
True. At some points, I did have to like change the dub because basically, like if I'm doing something but I want to watch it, and I want to hear, like I can't always read it, So But yeah, it's been really good.
I'm glad.
It's been good enough for us to spend like in total about an hour and a half talking about it.
Facts, bro. It's that worth it. It's that worth it, man. Shows, and that's what I'm thinking. I need to find another one that's kind of similar. I actually have one already in mind. Because so when all the bullies and not just the bullies, but when everyone's younger, the main bully. Park Yeon-jin, her actress when she's younger, she's in another show that's called Revenge of Others. And she's the main character this time. She's the victim. So, but it's interesting because her range is crazy, but she basically is playing a twin, and the other twin, so they're in high school, and her twin brother gets murdered. And now she is the one who's trying to figure out not only who did it, but also is trying to take revenge on the person who does it. So it's a similar kind of basis. And one of the actresses, you can already see from her being in The Glory how great of an actress she is anyway. But it's interesting to see her being in the opposite role now, where she's the protagonist instead of the antagonist. Yeah. So I'm going to give that one a watch this coming week, and I'll let you know in the next episode like how that goes. Because I think it was released quite recently, but yeah, go ahead.
I've been recommended another K-drama in this week as well. It's called Crash Landing on You.
Yes, very, very famous one. Very, very famous one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet, actually, but I will give that a try so we can talk about it.
Yeah, no,
I have it in my list on Netflix.
Because, but there's obviously, okay, so you don't watch dubbed or anything, but there is no English dub version. It's only subtitles. But
that's fine with me.
So, so I'll give it a watch after this one as well. But apparently it's really good. Like the main concept is about this woman who just like She goes paragliding, I think is what it's called. And then she just accidentally lands in North Korea on a army soldier.
That sounds very interesting. I already like the sound of that one.
It's exactly what I said when I heard it as well. So
he's just like, yeah, let me cook.
Yeah. Of all people that recommended me this, it was E-Man.
Really? Oh, okay. Yep. That gives me a lot of hope then for like how this could turn out.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, K-dramas is where it's at. I couldn't believe that I had so much like what's the word? Like I was so resistant to not watch them for so long. And now I'm eating my words. Like, bro, I can't believe it.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
But another subject that I want to touch a little bit on is I want to try doing this thing of giving song recommendations.
Recommendation of the week type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got one for it. For it. So it's called Mwaki by let me see if I got this correctly, just in case. I don't want to say it incorrectly. By Zerb.
Okay.
And a Kenyan artist,
interesting.
Sophia Nzao. So it's Zerb is the guy. He's from Brazil, so he does the main kind of like music and stuff. And Sophia Nzao, who is the Kenyan, she sings in the song. Anyways, it's a little bit of a kind of house mix. It's a very, very good song. Something to dance to. I'm telling you this for sure.
Oh, swear. Okay.
Bro, I'm telling you, if I play it out loud, I'm dancing to it, bro. And I can't dance, bro. Oh, bro.
There's no rhythm.
I do not. I look like a stick figure trying to like like I'm on stop like I'm on stop motion or something.
Or he's moving like he's in Chicken Run.
Bro.
Nah, because I've got a video somewhere of when we were all still living in Liverpool, and Joel puts on Suavemente, and we were all vibing, but then you're just there, just in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it now because, bro, that's one of the funniest. If I find it, I'm gonna put it in here right now because you guys don't understand how funny this video is. Shem's, I literally just turned to him for 1 sec because Joel's just there, just like he's doing like the whole like he's doing the whole thing.
I remember this.
Oh my days, bro! It's one of the funniest videos in my phone. I couldn't stop laughing. But
you'll have to send it through because my wife will want to see it.
It was too funny. Oh my days, bro! You best know when your wedding comes around. Dance is about to go crazy. Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not gonna have any projectors or anything that you can show like or any TVs.
Yeah, I find it so funny when everyone says that. It's like, it's my wedding. What do you mean you're gonna show stuff at my wedding? Are you mad?
Bro.
I'm not giving you access to nothing. Careful before I don't even invite you. Oh dear. Yeah. You've mentioned music and music to dance to. I've only watched episode 1. Talked about it a little bit last week, but Griselda watched episode 1. Bro, I was vibing to it. Like,
really?
Because the thing is that I could only watch 1 episode because I felt as if I needed to be able to sit down and watch the show in like a way where I'm concentrating. Like, I felt like it's not the kind of show where I can just watch it casually. I don't know if that was because of the tone or because, in some parts she would speak Spanish, so you got to see the subtitles. Or I think it's more the third reason, but the artistic concepts of this show, I was like, someone cooked here. because I think what it was, because I started episode 1 and I was like, it's not shot in 21:9. It's shot in what's it called? It's shot in 16:9. I was like, it actually fills my screen. I don't know if that's something that's done intentionally, because obviously it was, because that's the kind of thing you choose. Like, it wasn't widescreen. Widescreen? Widescreen. Why did I put a Q in there? Why am I quacking like a duck? Widescreen.
Squeam.
Okay, so it wasn't in widescreen, yeah? So I was like, that's interesting, because usually like it's stop laughing, it's not funny.
Bro, I still hear squeen, bro. I don't hear screen.
Oh, like it sounded like
all right.
Daffy
From
Duck.
now on, I'm not gonna let that go. I'm sorry. That's a new one. White squeen. Hey yo!
Enough. What happened?
That's the joining of Slay and Queen, bro. That's Squeen, bro. Hey yo, man's turning frisky over here, bro. Where you painting the rainbow?
I have a relationship for 3 weeks and now oh dear. You know, I'm already gonna do something like where I do this, and it's just gonna be a rainbow that appears across my head.
bro. Watch Zoom. Just add that to one of the like emotions. You know, when you have the thumbs up, but then it's like you do this, and then the rainbow appears. And it works only on you, because it never happened to me, bro.
I don't understand why that is. Like, it just, yeah. Zoom just likes to see me doing gestures and just goes, oh, we'll do something different this time. Oh. What was I saying? Oh, we were talking about Griselda, yeah. So, and what it was, I think, was the way how they used the colors as well, because everything looked kind of vintage to me. I didn't know how to explain it, but it was when they're first leaving Colombia, and like how blue the sky was. I was like, this doesn't look like it's shot on like a modern Netflix graded camera. Like, it looks like it was shot on like an older cinema camera. And I was like, I like this. I like this a lot. Like, I really liked the whole vibe they were going for.
It kind of shows the 70s, you know, how like the whole disco and everything. But it's also good. Like mainly it's kind of like pretty darkish.
Yeah, episode 1 was dark, bro.
Yeah.
When the guy comes in with the, you know what I mean, but like right at the end of the episode after they've done the trade, I was just like, bro, what the flip is going on? So this is episode 1. What's going on?
Yeah, bro.
And I was just like, this is crazy.
They're on something different.
Yeah, they're on cocaine.
True. Yeah. But you know, the quotation at the very first episode.
Oh, the Pablo Escobar quote. Yeah. I was thinking
that intrigued
about that.
Me.
Because remember, I was saying I had done research before, and I was like, there was no known like interaction between the two of them. And then it made me think, I wonder if there was no interaction because he was genuinely fearful of her. Because it was the whole thing that she just like, she did not care for human life, bro. She was just like, this person's got to go. Someone's got to assassinate them, and it's not going to be me.
Yeah, but okay, I understand why she didn't care for anybody, because nobody cared for her.
She had nothing to lose.
No, like that, but also you know how like, okay, back in those times, you know, like it was that kind of like modern for them to have women as the kind of like side, you know, kind of like they're not supposed to do much, you know, and all they have to do is just take care of the house and whatnot, you know. Yeah. But then now it's different, obviously. But like back then, it's like the men do everything, you know. So that's why she was like kind of like looked as worthless, you know, or like you know just as a beautiful body and whatnot, and you know. So now that's why she doesn't care about anybody else, because nobody cared about her, you know. She was like, Just
except for her kids, which I think is a good dynamic. Like they show how much she really like takes care and loves her kids. I love that.
Yeah,
They really did that well. But this goes back to what I was saying last week though, about how I feel like when a show has a female lead, there's a lot more that you can do with the character to make the character have more, not necessarily development, but just to even have things that are more resonating. Because it's either, I guess it comes from the standpoint that in most people's experience when they're watching stuff, they'll either be able to directly relate to the character because they're women, or when it's like the fact that you can even think about it from like what your own mother might have had to go through or might have had to experience, those kind of things. And then you start to think like, to be honest, if I was a mother, what lengths would I be willing to go to for the sake of my kids? Like those kind of things. Like I can't even imagine what that must feel like, but I can at least even, try to think about it a little bit. And then to even think like, because there's a point that she makes in the first episode. How far have you watched, by the way, of Griselda?
Oh, not that much, because I think I stopped on episode like halfway through episode 2, because then
okay
obviously like I started.
You went back to watching the Glory.
Yeah.
He was on his head. You're just like, no, I need to finish it, bro.
To be honest though, I'm kind of scared of coming back to Griselda, because after the Glory, I don't know if like, I think I'm not
gonna be able to compare.
Yeah,
there's levels to this.
I'm
the
sorry.
Glory's up here.
Yeah.
No, I was feeling that too. I was like, that's the last series I watched. Like, maybe I need something to like knock it down a few pegs first, so I can like at least not be expecting everything to be the same quality the Glory is. No, I feel
just go watch Marvel She-Hulk and then you'll knock it down enough.
No, that's a good idea. I might have to detox with something else. Yeah. Oh dear. Because I was watching. I was just like, in my head, I was just like, the Glory set the standard too high, bro. Like this. True. This isn't good.
True.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely was intrigued and pulled in after one episode. But yeah, I just didn't feel like I could go on to watch another episode yet. Because it was quite heavy and it was a lot to take in, especially with how episode 1 ended. I was just like, this is crazy. Like I might have to take a step back for 1 sec before I continue. Because I know it's only just gonna get darker from there, innit? So but yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Should we do Am I the Arsehole now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's run it back.
Okay, I think I've got one.
Okay.
I guess it kind of ties into a thread I wanted to do, but we're not going to have time unless we talk about it a little bit, but we'll see. I'll just read off. So we'll do what we do last time, yeah? I'll give the title, we'll make a verdict, and then we'll keep reading, yeah? Okay.
Sure.
Am I the arsehole for not telling my boyfriend I won money 15 years ago?
No.
I don't think so either, because I'm like, I mean, obviously it depends on the scenario, but just based on like what I'm thinking right now, it's just like, it's your money. Like, you don't need to tell him everything.
Yeah, like, yeah. Of course not.
It's
like,
not a big deal.
And even so, like in relationships, like if there's something that you don't want to talk about, your partner should respect.
Yes. Like, love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I did wrong, or if what I did was wrong, and I need some advice. I don't want to post this on my real account because I'd like to be as anonymous as possible. My boyfriend, 35, and I, 35, were discussing finances as we wanted to be on the same page. My boyfriend moved in with me unexpectedly 3 months ago as his landlord decided to move into the property with his family. That's peak. We were discussing finances and the topic of how I own my place came up. I explained I won some money, not a lot, but enough to be able to put myself through nursing school, purchase my home, and have some savings.
Not a lot.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't know about all that, but anyway.
It's just a couple of billion.
Just a couple thousand, like, yeah. I mean, my own yard, got myself through school completely, and I have savings. That's a flex. Okay.
My only question is how she win it, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what details she'll give. We'll see. Okay, so she said she did all of this back in 2009. So I guess things would have been cheaper, but still, like, you know. So back in 2009, and I bought my place outright. Outright? You know how much money you have to do that? Anyway, well, I'm just gonna keep reading. We can talk about that afterwards. Okay, she bought her house outright and then rented it out until she moved back into it in late 2018. Obviously, I had some luck on my side as this was right in the middle of the recession, so I got my place real cheap. Okay. Oh, 2009. Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
No, come on. That's still like a couple
it's not
$100,000.
Gonna be a huge deal, but the rent she probably made back from it afterwards when things were started going back up again probably has made up for it. Or has caused her to have savings now. Okay.
No, but look, she bought it outright, so that's still okay. Depending,
you're right.
Depending what kind of place it is, that's like at least 400,000-500,000 pounds.
I don't know about that, man. In the US, we're talking about.
In the US, dollars.
Because like if it's in somewhere like Utah, it wouldn't cost as much. Like you might be looking at something, and besides, if you're doing it like where you're basing it on your own land or something like that, then she did say she bought it outright anyway, but it can range. But you're right though, like the average would still be about 400,000. But in 2009 and during a recession, it might go down to maybe 250,000. I'm guessing. That is either the way.
That is a lot. That is a lot of money.
It is still a lot of money. Yeah, you're right. I'm really intrigued, like you said, like how does she win that money, bro? Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. He says I deceived him by giving him the impression that I was financially well off person, and that I led him to believe I was more business savvy than I was. Okay. I don't know how I did that because I literally work as a nurse and make decent money. Fully own my home, fully own my car, have decent retirement plans and decent savings. I'm fairly certain that I am financially better off than most people I know. He says that he can't trust me anymore and that he was stupid to have listened to my financial advice. But the thing is, I never gave him any financial advice except for telling him not to buy a car that was, in my opinion, unreliable and much too expensive. Did I deceive him by not telling him how I got myself financially stable? FYI, we have been dating for almost a year and a half. Oh, okay. No, you're not the asshole, man.
No, definitely not.
I didn't need that last bit to confirm it to me, but she doesn't owe him no information.
True. To be fair though, like okay, so this is a relationship. This is just like boyfriend and girlfriend, you know. But if it was like marriage, I think it would be a little bit different because in my opinion, like personally, like me and my wife, we will be open about joint finances. We will be open with what we have, you know, and everything because it nowadays it makes sense. It needs to be done. It's like it's just like that.
In this economy.
Bro, it's insane, bro. Like honestly, we're looking at house like prices right now, house renting, you know, sales and all that kind of stuff, you know, just everything.
It's a lot.
Bro, the market is crazy.
It's wild. Yeah, it's crazy.
So anyway. But because it is just a simple relationship of boyfriend and girlfriend, they don't owe each other anything except for like respect to each other about their own, you know. Like if he also like a personal opinion that doesn't have to be based off of what she earns or what she has. It's just basically an opinion, you know. Doesn't necessarily have to be advice, you know.
Yeah. No, you're right. I 100% agree with you on that as well, because I'm looking at it from the perspective of, first of all, that last bit, yeah, like I said, it didn't need to clarify to me whether or not that was the root of my answer. But the fact is that it's only been a relationship for a year and a half. Like, you don't owe him any information. Like, you don't need to tell him every single last detail about your finances, because finance is a difficult thing to talk about anyway. Like, you don't have to be, especially if you won it 15 years ago. Like,
yeah,
that's a decade and a half ago, man. Like, you
and
don't need to be.
You're in a relationship for only a year and a half.
Exactly. Like, you don't, like, that's almost like saying you need to advertise it to someone, but then they're gonna call you like stush for having money and proclaiming it to their face. Like, it's almost one of those situations where, you can't win, but like, nah, you have no right to be doing all that. Like, you don't need to. Yeah, you're fine. There's an edit that she put though. I'll read what she said. Okay, so edit. There's 5 updates for this. Let's go through all of these and see if this changes anything. Sure. I just had yet another very weird conversation with him, and I honestly can't wrap my head around it all. Yeah, so he is definitely a gold digger. Oh dear. He asked me how much I have in savings and seemed impressed with how much, and then said maybe he reacted too aggressively. Oh no. Then told me that he still wants the car. I advised him not to. Oh my goodness, that voice crack was crazy. I'm ill though, so I'll let myself off. Then told me.
I won't say anything.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Then told me that he still wanted to have the car I advised him not to get. He hinted at me getting it for him as a birthday present since it's his birthday in early March. I am definitely dumping him. Going to wait till my 2 sisters and my 2 brother-in-laws can come over before I break up with him in case he reacts crazy. Edit 2. He is jealous and also resentful. He's ranting about how he would have tripled the money if he had won it. Oh, flip's sake, man. Edit 3. He's saying that my money is wasted on me because I don't make money. Apparently, I should have been investing my savings in high-yielding stocks and other stuff. For your information, I do get financial advice from a financial advisor. Yeah, she must have money. If she can afford a financial advisor to that extent, she must have money. From a financial advisor, I trust, but I am at risk. What? I am at risk of averse person. Okay, so I would never invest in. Oh, she doesn't like to take risks. Okay, so I would never invest it in a manner that this idiot is telling me. Sure, the chance to get a lot of money is there, but so is the chance to lose. Facts. Edit 4. He's now on a crazy rant because I suggested we take a break from this argument because I don't want to ruin my few days off. My God, I can't believe how he's behaving. He thinks he's so clever.
I just imagine like a woman just like literally typing this up whilst he's shouting at her.
He's screaming from the kitchen because it'll be one of them where every now and again, like he'll just be cooking. It's just like, you know what? I also don't understand. Like just out of the blue. You know how much I want this car for my birthday? You won't even get it for me. How selfish.
No, okay, but just a quick side note though, like. What if she is getting this a little bit wrong? You know, what if he's not like actually, what if he is not actually like actively trying to like tell her like, yo, you should do this, you're so stupid, you don't do this, you don't do this. What if he's just actually just like humbly telling his opinion, not because like he's either selfish or gold digger or, you know, or any of those like kind of negative, you know, adjectives or anything, but just because he's like, you know, trying to look out in the way he knows.
I mean, maybe, but to be honest, she was like, he was asking for financial advice anyway, or not asking, like they were discussing things with finances, which probably means that like, yeah, there were things that he wanted to do. And then, upon him finding this out, he's just like, why didn't you tell me before? And with how his reaction completely changed. Just like, oh, maybe he did the Thanos meme. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. And it's just like, oh, and to be honest, like, again, it's her money. Like, he shouldn't be telling her about, like, you know, investments and stuff. Because from the way how she's writing it, it seems like he's banging on about it. And it's this is edit number 4 now. And he's like, he just keeps bringing it up and it's just vexed about it. Which, to me, again, I'm just like, she had the money long before you got there. Like, it's not your business what she does with it.
Yeah. And if it would be different if she brought it up, like if she brought up the subject and like asked. But if she didn't, then yeah, that's totally out of hand.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so next she then says, I can't believe how he's behaving. He thinks he's so clever, but I am thoroughly disgusted. It's absolutely over between us. Edit 5. Okay, so I understand him better now. So my house/property it's on is what led him to believe I was much richer than I am. He assumed I was loaded. So me telling him I actually got lucky annoyed him. Then when he found out how much in savings and assets I have, he perked up and had a change of mind. He's now telling me that with just a quarter of the money, he can show me how to invest on the stock market and make real money. Wow. Yeah, he just won't let it go. Bro's just refusing.
But she kind of had a change of heart too, I guess, to him towards
which is a shame because at the end of the day, like, it's very clear what his intentions are, and she said from the beginning, he's just with her because she's got money. Like, he wants life to be easy from here on out. But even the whole thing about the land that the house is on, why does that matter? Like, and then his problem was that he thought that she was actually richer than she was in the first place. That doesn't make any sense. He's just backpedaling. Bro needs to be handed a shovel ASAP. Because that's not the one, bro.
An excavator, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hope he doesn't crash it, though. Sorry, bro, I had to.
Oh, it's terrible, man. So I didn't catch you, but you had to catch me, right?
Yeah, bro, of course. I already gave an excuse. Before you could even say anything, I came in and was just like, nah, bro, I'm ill. They can hear it anyway, so they know.
Terrible, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's cool. But yeah, anyway, so this whole story for me is just like, yeah, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so with it being her money, she has obviously the responsibility of, like, correctly using that money if she wants to, and just like all these decisions, it's her right, it's her money, so he doesn't have to worry about it at all unless she asks him. But you know what, for me was like the kind of like surprising thing rather is that she has to wait until her family comes through, like her family comes through to her house or something, or is around until she can break up with him, so that he doesn't have the the advantage over her as a man, to do something crazy, like he already sounds like a terrible person. Even through that, it sounds like he can be abusive or something. Because she needs her family there to kind of protect her. So that's so that's crazy.
Yeah, because that's like, because I was thinking that as well. Because she's mentioning 4 people to come and to be able to stand between her and him. Like, that clearly means that there's already some kind of threat that this guy is. Like, and that she recognizes. And I'm just like, listen, you need to get out of that as soon as you can. But I want to see what the comments say, because the fact that she's kind of, I'm not going to say she's backpedaled, but I wonder if it's because, they're both 35, so maybe they're looking at it from the perspective that they're getting older, so they want to be finding someone they can settle down with. But I want to see what people are saying. Okay, so top comment says, not the arsehole. This feels like jealousy on his part, so he's lashing out. I guess this one was before the edit because they're asking how long were they together. Let's see. Where's another main liner comment? Not the arsehole. Thank God you found this out right now. Oh, I've just lost it. Okay.
Yeah, true.
I would make him an ex-boyfriend and kick him out. Don't want him to start laying claims to your home's equity. Oh, that's a fact. Yeah.
That's true.
After he lives there too long, depending on state/provisional laws. He's jealous, clearly. He also likely thinks that you were his meal ticket. He is angry over nothing reasonable. 1.5 years isn't very long, and you don't owe someone the whole, I bought this house because I got money from X. Another one says...
This is true.
Yeah, it is. Another one says, not the arsehole. Sounds like he's insecure because you make more... He is putting you down to make himself feel better. Nurses make bank. They work hard hours and are compensated accordingly. Simply ask him, knowing how you probably earn 100K per year and another 30 to 40K in overtime, if he believes you could own your home without your prior luck. Oh gosh. Because unless it's some mansion, buying anything in the recession was cheap, and as I stated, you likely make bank. If he feels like you don't deserve your home because of some chance/luck and couldn't afford it, offer to move into his comparable home he purchases. Honestly, I don't think he recognizes your success, and I think you need a long chat about it over a bottle of wine or 3. He can either be proud of you and drop it, or he can be single. I kind of agree with that one as well, because
true.
I did forget from the perspective of how much money nurses make in America. It's crazy.
I don't know, to be honest, how much they make, but now I'm guessing it's probably like quite a few bills.
Average nurse wage. I don't want to get the number wrong. I know it's a lot.
Yeah, but just in general, yeah, like rather than like saying that, oh, you don't, like, you're wasting that money because rather than earning enough to kind of like, you know, support how much you spend, you know, like you overspend and blah 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 blah. Like rather than, you know, saying that, you should have supported her. You know, just supported her in everything and saying that, yeah, you make enough. You like, you know. Yeah, anyway. Okay,
so a registered nurse salary, right? So let's just say bottom line, because they sound like they're in a decent area and a probably pretty good state. So let's just, for the sake of argument, say they're in California, yeah? If they're in California, she's making $133,000 a year on average. So
that's a lot.
Yeah. So just based on that alone, like, and if she was using the money from 15 years ago to get herself through like med school and stuff, probably means she's been working at that job, I'd probably say for around a decade, let's say. Because if she's at the age to be getting money she can win, she's at least 18. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, she wins the money at 19, goes to nurse school for 4 years, then starts practicing as a nurse from, what age would that make her then? 23. And now she's 35. So like, she's made a lot of money in that time.
Yeah,
she could be close to a millionaire, to be completely honest. So, so just off of that alone, whether or not she wins the money, it doesn't matter. Because
true.
Because let's say she's won, I don't know, 3 million. Let's just say that for an example. Because if she's buying the house right off the bat, living in a nice area, paying for all of her medicine, paying for all of her nursing school bills, everything, and then had savings as well. Let's say she wins that. If it is 3 mil, let's just say for an example, she wins that. First of all, she could be choosing to never work a day in her life again if she wanted to. But she's worked to the point where she's made like a decent amount of that money back anyway. So it doesn't matter at all, like if she says, because when it's that amount of money, and then I still can't believe the way he was just like, oh, maybe I was a bit too aggressive about it. Oh, maybe it's, you know, it's my birthday in 2 months. Like, no, this car is quite nice. You know how much I like this car, right? Like, come on, man. Like, he needs to get out of it. He needs to be grateful for one, that he's even like in a relationship with her for one, but for two, like,
true. That's
so like, and then to be like, you know what? You should be making more money. Give me a quarter of it so I can invest some. Like,
that's crazy,
bro. Grow up, bro. Honestly,
that's depressing.
Isn't it? I wish I had money like that. and bro, I'd be happy. I'd be so content in that scenario. I wouldn't be asking for anything. Are you mad? But like, bro's out here just like, run me 1/4 of that.
Hey, yo, wire it through.
Yeah. I could let me hold that for you. You know, as kids when you got birthday money,
and your parents be like,
never see it again.
Yeah, true. Now man's acting like a bank with interest rates, bro.
Yeah, but you can never check it back out.
Yeah.
They keep it.
Hey, yo, check it back out in about 100 years, all right?
Facts. Annual tax return. It's just like, oh, that's a shame. It looks like it's ours now. Because now I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, how many of my birthday presents were actually money I got given for my birthday? I was oh dear. Oh gosh. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or should we wrap up? I don't mind.
I think it's already, that's it. Because that was a long 10 minutes.
Yeah, facts. It was a long 10 minutes, bro. And I've been like, I want to say maybe minutes. Like 25. Yeah. Don't matter though. It is what it is. Yeah. It was a longer episode, but it is what it is. We can. It was
a good one. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was good.
Fun one.
No, definitely. So Shem, what we doing next week? Well, we're finished. So you're finishing the Glory by next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna give Revenge of Others a try. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll be too much to also try to start Thingy as well, Crash Landing on You. But I might just have to. But maybe I'll bring a film next week. Maybe I'll bring a film through next week.
Yeah. I'll probably, once I finish the Glory, I'll probably try Crash Landing on You.
Okay. Yes. Okay. We'll do that then. You watch Crash Landing on You. I'll watch Revenge of Others, so we can both talk about different things.
Bet. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks guys again for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yes. Hope you guys are enjoying these short episodes that are done each week instead of 2 that are bundled together, because then we can update you on more stuff that's going on. I'll try to find a thread though the next time from Twitter that we can at least react to, so it's not all just talking, but we can also like have some spontaneous discussion as well. So we'll try that next week. Yeah, but give us suggestions as well. I've even been looking at like maybe bringing a fun fact like to start the episode each time or something, so that we can have some discussion. But yeah, it's just something different each week. I don't know. But yes, we love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share our stuff. When we post reels as well, I want to start posting them to YouTube as well so that more people can be drawn in. But please share everything we have. We really want to. We don't want to be like this guy where he's depending on a spouse with money. Guys, please. No, I'm joking. But yeah, let us know if there's anything you don't like us talking about. If you're fed up with us talking about K-dramas, then bye. No, let us know what you think. But we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, peace out.
See you guys.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you leave a like and subscribe, turn on post notifications and comment. Follow us on Instagram, etc. Do all you can to support us. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. We hope to see you guys again next week. And until then, take care.